What is up, everyone? So last video I revealed a project that I've had sitting under a tarp in my shop for almost a year now. A 86 Corolla, a dream project to me, and honestly I'm still baffled that I was able to secure one because I didn't think I'd ever be able to build one of these cars because they're really expensive. So we proposed either building this or the all-wheel drive Corolla that we just got also first, right? We went back and forth about it, did a lot of pondering, I did a lot of talking, and I don't think I've gotten that many comments on a video ever, right?
Ever.
In a long time.
I haven't really tracked it down, but that's the most I've seen in a while.
So it seems like a lot of people are kind of for both ideas, but it seems like a lot of you guys want to see me dig right into the 86, and I don't blame you. So I think what we're gonna do here is we're gonna start getting to work on this thing because we got a lot of work ahead of us, and if the right things fall into place, we'll get in a 98 Corolla. In the meantime, we'll just enjoy it. I don't know, I just wanna get to wrenching and have some fun, and honestly, I haven't dug into this car at all. Like, I bought it, shoved all the parts upstairs that are in totes, everything's in the car, I didn't go through yet. We put it under a tarp, and I kind of wanted to save this moment for the camera so we can kind of go through the whole experience together. Because honestly, getting a project car, digging into it, seeing what you got, seeing what you need is just, it's part of the fun. Honestly, this is what I love to do, and we're gonna do it today on camera. So we have a lot of digging to do, Tony.
And it's all dusty.
And before we start talking about what we're gonna do for the drivetrain, the direction of the project or whatever, let's put that on pause for now and just see what we got. And I think the first thing we should do is get this out of here because this thing's about to go flying out. Oh, don't drop it. There we go. I had this thing halfway home on the trailer before I realized the glass wasn't even attached. Well, you know what? It makes it easier for paint, right? Can't complain. All right, so as you guys see, the car is like fully stripped. There's no interior in place. I guess we have the stock steering wheel. Well, what's left of it. That's the only thing we got for interior. So I'm hoping we have optimal interior pieces in here right now. First thing I see is I guess this would be like the TRD style wing, I believe, right? Probably not an OEM one, I'll tell you that, but it actually looks like a solid piece of FPR, so I think this thing's actually gotta go on the car. Does that fit really good?
That's dope.
That might not be an eBay piece. That thing fits great, look at it.
How's this line?
It's got my vote, this thing fits great.
Yeah.
So we'll do this. Keeper. I see more arrows shoved in here. So it looks like we got a rear bumper. I don't think this one's a good brand. It's looking really eBay fiberglass, like that real thick, rigid stuff.
That ain't it.
That ain't it. Hey, I mean, it might fit half decent. Duraflex, oh yeah.
That ain't it.
That ain't it. I really like the style of this arrow, but I don't know if this thing's actually gonna fit half decent or not. Whatever. I mean, it's Duraflex, pull it off. That's just classic Duraflex for you. But I really like the style of the kit, so we have to decide if we should kit this thing up or if we should get some like OEM style arrow. What would be harder to get? That's the question. I see a center console, which is, dude, it's actually, okay, this is correct, but this whole piece looks mint, besides the fact that it's super dirty. Look how tiny this thing is, dude. This is like the tiniest, cutest little center console I've ever seen. Ooh. I'm happy we got the center console. That's huge. What else we got? Some taillights. Everything's so dusty in here. Oh, these things are wrecked.
Did they do the body work with everything in the car?
Oh, for sure. How's that tail?
Good.
Good?
Not cracked or anything.
All right. Ooh, Stevie, we got interior pieces.
Let's go.
And they're black. Heck yeah. Look at all the tabs are there.
Okay.
These have to be for like the rear quarters. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm very new, obviously, to the 86 world, so I don't really know the market value of certain pieces, but I can imagine that this piece is kind of hard to get, especially in black. So I'm very happy we have this. And it looks like we have the other side, and it doesn't look very, okay, the typical 80s stuff, but it actually looks pretty clean for what it is. This is a home run.
Whole bunch of clips and bolts.
Got the,
For like trim.
got the corner lights too, which is nice. Fender liner, probably won't use that. Won't use that. More interior pieces, once again in black, which is super dope. Every interior piece we get just makes me that much happier. Yeah, that's gotta be for like right here. Okay, cool, this is a gasket kit for the engine. Always great to have. What are these lights, dude?
License plate light.
You're right, yeah, Ant was right. License plate light.
Wow.
Look at that. This is the rain trade cover, right? Oh, dude, so happy I have that piece.
It's crazy how you just see the piece and know exactly what it is.
We got door trim, more trim to the quarter glass, for the doors. On camera, these things probably look totaled because there's so much dust on them, but they seem to be in really good shape. You gotta remember, this thing's from the 80s. That's a long time and a lot of time for things to get damaged. A bunch more interior pieces. This looks like the B-pillar cover, which is dope right here. It's all right here. We got the hatch basically cleared out, and it's nice to see the floor is clean. There's no rust in it. Like, you don't see rust in here, which you'd expect to see. It looks like it was never rear-ended, which is great, right? Because the whole rear body panel looks original. It doesn't look like it's repaired. No bad surprises yet, which is good. The only crazy thing I see is you see the structure right here? This is not OEM. There's a whole framing done here. It doesn't look like it was done poorly though.
Somebody did something.
Honestly, if we did like a whole flat panel, it would honestly look pretty dope.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
That's a lot of shit.
Well, let's find out if there's any gems in there. Let me just open my door. Oh wait, no handles. Oh well. All right, this is exciting. I honestly am having a blast doing this right now. Anything good? Ooh, full engine harness. I think I knew I had this. I forgot that I had it though. So this is a full, I think it's a tweaked harness, which is nice. It's a nice harness. We're not gonna be using that engine, but it's a really nice piece to recoup some cost on, which is nice. It's like we have the HVAC components, which is nice. This is a blower motor. It looks mid, so that's good. I don't know if I'm gonna put heat in this thing, but I hate to say it because it's super not me, but I'm really feeling like a raw track car vibe with this thing. If I'm gonna do that, I feel like this is the car.
I feel the same way.
Oh man.
Look at that.
The classic time capsule Ricer mirror. Haven't seen one of these since 2012. Everyone had these in their Civics and shit. The Giganto rear view mirror.
Shit. I've never seen one of those.
You never seen one of those before?
No, yeah.
Every Civic in 08 had one of these things. And you know, it was dope at one point.
Maybe it's a thing. Maybe it'll come back. Nah.
We'll let that one die. Looks like we have some goodies, but we also have, dude, so much Bondo and sanding dust in this thing. Looks like it came from B-Haul shop. Looks like we have a full bushing kit, which is pretty cool. Or most of a bushing kit, which is nice because it's probably all original bushings. I will take that happily. Less money I gotta spend. Looks like we have 2 sway bars, and they're both aftermarket. They're Godspeed sway bars. I mean, Godspeed is kind of eBay, but at the end of the day, a sway bar is a thick piece of metal, so it might work. Probably cloned after a pretty good sway bar, right?
Yeah, fuck it.
Is that fuck it? Yeah, take it out. All right, grab that one. We got a front and rear, which is really nice. It looks like we have a lot more interior pieces right here, which is super cool. I don't know if this is part of the center console. Is that the center or is that the dash? No, this isn't the dash. It's not broken though, right? Is there any?
This is the lighter.
There's no cracks in it.
Yeah, it's crisp.
Thank God. We have a Sparko.
Remember these?
Oh,
Remember these?
remember these? I don't. I mean, this is a really, it's super dusty, but it's a really nice wheel.
It's in good condition.
What's the feel?
Yeah, it's a track wheel. I mean, it would look nice in here, but hear me out. I'm a minority guy, so hear me out. Let's give this thing away, right?
Yep.
How about in the next, whoever places an order in the next 24 hours, I'll pick a random order to throw it in.
If you have a cool name.
No, I'll just pick it at random, so how about that? Hoplo, shop to Mio. What is this? It's the craziest shaped horn I've ever seen.
That already looks better.
Right? The build's almost done. Working out. Oh, I was gonna spin it.
Hey, my bad.
Big ol' HVAC piece. That must be the defroster. More interior panels. Oh, please don't be cracked. Please don't be cracked.
I know for S chassis they are.
That's gotta be hard to get for this thing. So this is gonna be the surround for the cluster. So the cluster goes here. Of course, this is gonna go like right. Come on, come on, come on, don't break. Right there. This thing looks mint.
Put this in safe hands.
Jackpot, Tony! I am so happy we have that piece. I didn't mention, but we actually have the full dash upstairs, and it is black and it's uncracked, which is super dope. So I'm kind of feeling a real track vibe with this car for once, instead of doing the full interior like I always like to do. Like door panel delete, no carpet, paint the interior color, maybe do like a half cage or something. Like go crazy with it.
I love the paint matched interior.
I love it, right? The interior bits that I do want to have, we almost have all of them already.
90%.
90% of it. So far we are in the green. More HVAC stuff. Most of the chassis wiring is here, which is surprising. I didn't realize we had that much chassis wiring in this thing. Do we just do a full custom chassis harness? Like I would love, it would probably be easier, wouldn't it?
A couple switches.
I like this car because I see it as such a blank template. and we could do whatever we want with it, and that's pretty exciting. So more HVAC components, which I don't know if we're actually gonna utilize or not, but very happy we have them. We got an oh shit handle and an ashtray. You know, but this is like the little stuff that if you don't have it, it's so annoying to get. So I'm really happy we have it, and it's all in black interior, which is really nice. More door handles that we don't freaking have on the door. Do you think I can break it right now?
Good try. Use that big leg.
Ready? I was so confident. That thing's sturdy. Got the wiper blades, more components that are probably a pain in the ass to get. Black top ECU. And then we have a silver top engine. If anyone needs this, let me know. Whatever it's worth, I'll sell it for cheaper. And it looks like this is the factory engine harness, which is kind of funny. See if I can pop the engine harness off. Make it easier. You know, it looks like a rear-wheel drive engine, but then when you see the distributor crammed against the firewall, you're like, ah, yeah, that's not supposed to be there. Get that thing out of there. All right, so we got this thing emptied out pretty good. The only thing we have in here now is some wiring and, well, a bunch of Bondo dust. So I would love to like power wash it out, but there's actually some bare metal spots in the chassis, quite a bit actually, so I'm gonna avoid getting this thing covered in water. So. So this stuff has been in this car for so damn long that it's really stuck to the chassis. So we've been having to actually like irritate it off the metal to get it to come off. And it looks like we're probably gonna have to wipe down the entire chassis. But dude, it looks really nice.
It does.
I didn't realize the metal was that nice. This thing isn't super dusty anymore, and the metal is in a lot better condition than I thought. This thing is turning out to be a really, really nice shell. So the next part of this is I want to cut out this cage thing. You know, I was saying I liked it like 10 minutes ago, but I realized all it's gonna do is get in the way, and we have no use for it. I'd love to know what the previous owner did with this or was going to do with it, because it's not made poorly. It's actually leveled off very well with the chassis. So I'd like to think he had a good plan for it, but it's not in our plan, so let's cut this thing out. Someone spent a lot of time on this thing.
Serves us no purpose.
Serves us no purpose. It made a nice looking backseat delete if you were gonna like, whatever. So much better. I didn't think it'd actually make the car look that much better.
I told you it was gonna transform it.
It definitely did. For such a small car, it's pretty roomy, as far as I could tell. I probably should have did that before I vacuumed out the whole entire car, but listen, there's gonna be a lot more metal dust, Bondo dust, dirt getting in this thing throughout the build. We just had to get that big chunk done because there was a lot in here. So before we move on to the next step, let's grind away all these old welds now while we're at it. We'll flapper these away and then we'll seal up the bare metal so there's no more bare metal, so there's no rusting, because we don't want to deal with any of that. So let's get to it. We gotta get this thing sealed up. Can't let bare metal sit around because it will get rusty. So the next thing I want to do in the interior is actually take out what's, I guess, left inside of here, because we might not use it, and well, we need it stripped for when we paint it, because we're definitely going to paint the interior, because we're going to go for that look, right? I don't know if I want to do like a full custom chassis harness just yet, but dude, the factory wiring is so simple.
6 wires.
Oh yeah, it's very small. So we could take it out for now, since we need to for paint, and it's really easy to put back in if we need to in the future. So this is the entire interior harness, which is super comical. It'd be kind of fun to, you know, start from scratch. So we got basically everything we need stripped out of this to move on to like the next step with the interior. But the big one now is figuring out if I want to rip out the factory chassis wiring right here. Because everything under the dash, if I remove it now, I know it's never going back in. So I have to make the decision if I'm going to put like my own harness in this thing or not. It's not a light decision, right? When everyone's been at this point in a project, or will one day be at this point in a project where they're taking it apart and they're in like the dismantle stage and they want to feel productive, so you just keep taking more things apart. And you get to this point where you're like, you know what, I'll just deal with that later on, let me just rip it out, and you cause a lot of issues for yourself in the future. Everyone who's dived into a big project has done that. So this is the part where you need to be rational and think, do I want to get into it that deep? Especially when it comes into wiring, when a lot of guys, I wouldn't say lack the intelligence for it, because I think everyone has the potential to learn whatever they want to learn. Just maybe the patience. Patience is a little bit trickier. And when it comes to wiring, patience is a big thing. And I don't know. Do I want to dive into that or just keep the OEM stuff? I'm gonna let that ponder for a few days. I think I do, but I'm gonna let that soak in. But in the meantime, we actually have a couple bins of parts still for this car that we have not gone through. So let's dig them out from up top and see what we have and start putting together a list of things that we need. Oh my God, I almost just fell off. It is upside down. Did you put the ladder upside down?
No. RJ did, I believe.
That's an RJ move.
Calling you out, RJ.
So as far as I believe, there's the rest of the kit right here. There's a tote right there. Is that all we have left? Is that tote?
Maybe there's another tote.
I think we quickly went through it one day, a long time ago.
Well, that would be the other half of the drive shaft.
Interesting.
You got that?
It's so heavy.
Oh, we're good. We're good. Okay. This looks not OEM. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but you could see that. I don't think that's OEM. No. But the sides aren't cracked, so that's good. I feel like we have most of the like dash center console stuff, like the stuff we actually need, which is good. Oh, cool. Mint glove box. Okay. Okay. And then this is like for around the steering column. We have the other piece of the drive shaft.
Wrapped in something crazy.
Huh? Yeah, right. Pig mats probably. This has to be the shifter.
Yep.
Yep. All the climate controls. That looks so 80s. Oh my God. Still feels crispy. This would be the cables that are
just
driven by
looks
this.
like a headache.
It does. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's also very simplistic at the same time, you know? It's cool.
Yeah, but if you're missing one cable.
Yeah, you're screwed. Hardware, empty box, sway bar links and bushings with more interior paneling.
Yep.
Oh, and we have mirrors, dude.
Oh, wow.
I didn't think we had these. That's good news. I didn't think we had mirrors. I mean, they're no Ganadors, but. Oh, you know what this is? It's probably the engine bay harness.
Yeah.
That's looking real engine bay harness, yeah. You know what? Maybe I'll just make my own harness. This thing looks like it's seen some shit.
A lot of shit.
Oh man. Now I'm really leaning towards the custom chassis harness project. Cool, we got the other mirror. We have one of the eyelid covers, which is nice. Hood latch cable.
Yep.
Definitely need that. Interesting. Spark plugs. Shifter. Yeah, and then the rest of this stuff is just kind of junk. 11, 16, 17. Take that. So it looks like we have quite a bit of parts, which is dope, right? It's a simple car, there's not much to it, but it looks like we're also missing a lot of parts. So time to really go through and see what we're missing and trying to figure out how to find them. Did this is your first time like honestly seeing this car?
Yeah, with not everything in it.
I mean,
I've seen it.
Barely.
Kinda, yeah.
I've barely seen the thing.
A little bit. Wow, that steering wheel. Speaking of, I've never seen that. That's funky.
Real 80s, you want that?
No.
Your Sylvia?
No, I don't want that.
But dude, look how nice it is inside this thing.
I do have to say, whoever did the body work, they did a good job.
Perfect
Nice job.
No, I mean there's some, but it's a straight car. It's a
I'll
straight car.
take it.
It's a shame that I gotta replace the doors, but I got a guy.
No, you don't. All you need is the little pop switches, you know, on the keychain.
I can't do it.
Why not?
I don't know. I just can't do it.
You could.
Imagine having a dead battery and being locked out of your car.
Terrifying.
I mean, you can get into the hatch and whatever. No, I don't want. No pop kit.
Nothing to do with that. Okay.
Maybe on the passenger side. We talked about this. Door handle on the driver's side, pop kit on the passenger side.
Okay. Yeah, could do that, I guess. No, but it's good.
It is. It's a great car.
You have a lot of parts for it, which is nice.
Yeah, enough.
Not all the parts, but a lot of the parts.
now we have a garage full of 8.6 parts laid out everywhere, and we're still missing a bunch of stuff, but we got all the door seals, the window seals, everything over here is very clean. Basically everything behind the seats is gone. We don't have door cards, so I guess we don't really have much, but the stuff that's important to me is the dash and center console stuff, because I kind of want to do the whole painted, empty interior, door panel deletes. Like, I want to kind of make a track car out of this. I don't know if that sounds like a dumb idea to you guys, but I think it sounds really fun. We have a lot of cleaning to do. As you can tell, all the parts in here are super dusty and super grimy, but I think they're gonna clean up extremely well. Now it's time to spend a bunch of money and start piecing together some parts. So after finally digging into it after a year, it's exciting to see what I have, and I think we have a fantastic foundation here. Right, Steve?
Right, you're gonna kill it, Jim.
Make sure you got boys that always gas you up. So, 2J? No, that's not happening. I put this in here to show that it wouldn't fit.
That it will fit.
I mean, I guess with enough, and you know, and you can make anything fit, but
Yeah, it'll fit.
yeah, probably not. So, next video, I think we're gonna focus on the drivetrain, get it out of there, talk about it. We still gotta figure out what we're gonna put in this thing, because it's been twisting my head around for the last couple weeks, because I honestly can't decide. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I have a pretty good idea of what you guys want me to do in here, but I feel like no matter what engine I put in this thing, there's gonna be a big majority of you that aren't happy about it.
Everyone's gonna keep telling you put a 2J in it.
No, no one's gonna tell me to do that.
You can't make everybody happy, man. Make yourself happy on this.
I like that, Steve. I like that. Man, all right, we got a lot to, I'm not gonna film us cleaning all these interior parts because no one wants to see that. So next video, see them all clean. So for now, we're gonna end it. So you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content. And Donald?
Have a great day.